come together with our voices and be able to speak in an amplified manner that will give us all of the opportunities to get our messages through. There are times when Congress thinks that it knows best. They look at budget numbers and think it's just numbers and it doesn't really matter. The reality is that budget numbers are all about people and they are about the values that we have as a country. We know how to end homelessness. We know how to end the affordable housing crisis in New Jersey. We need to lift our voices so that the federal government knows what they need to do. This is our First Amendment right in the Bill of Rights to speak and come to an assembly like this and let them know what the solution is. We cannot afford more housing cuts because every time we do, we lose housing for more people. Housing creates jobs, housing creates opportunities. Our other theme today is opportunity starts at home. For each and every one of us in this room, that is what has made the difference in having a place to call home. When you have a place to call home, you can look and develop educational skills. You can improve health care. You can achieve wellness and recovery. But without a place to call home, you do not have opportunity. This country was founded in 1776 with a simple vision statement. I'll make a slight edit to it, but it's a simple vision statement. All people are created equal with inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Those inalienable rights are not possible if you do not have a place to call home. We need to include and bring everybody into the fold so we can begin to have a society and a country that works for everyone. That is when America works best and it works for all of us. So when we go through the day, we may ask at periods of time, and we may say, where does opportunity begin? Does anybody know? A little louder, I couldn't hear you. On that note, I want to introduce my good friend Staci Berger, who is going to talk briefly about the campaign, because we're working on that in the state as well, and introduce Mike, who's doing the national campaign for this. As she comes up, just keep in mind, use those hashtags over and over and over again, because that gets that message out. It resonates not in just this room, but across the Capitol. It resonates all the way back to New Jersey. It will make a difference. Thank you.
I know he was trying to take a picture. All right, if you're best friends with Richard Brown, raise your hand. No. If you're not best friends with Richard Brown, but you want to be, raise your hand. All right, so everybody should be raising their hand. I want to just give a big shout out to Monarch Housing Associates, Katie, Kelly, and Richard Brown, and the entire everybody on the staff of Monarch for putting together. This is, I think, our fourth, fifth, I've lost track of the number of congressional receptions I've been to, but they all are inspiring and moving and help us really focus our federal elected officials on the need to make sure that they protect the housing programs that make it possible for all of us, wherever we are in our life, to be successful. Because that's what this is about. It's about being self-reliant, independent, and successful, and making sure that we are paying it forward so that the next generation of folks who come after us have a safe, affordable place to call home. Yeah, can I get a round of applause? In 2018 in America, we can figure out how to do all kinds of things, right? We can put people on the moon. Some other people maybe we don't say this in the room, but we can put people on the moon. We should be able to figure out how to make sure everybody has a place to afford to call home. We don't think that's asking too much, and that's why we are very proud to continue to be the state partner of the National Low-Income Housing Coalition. Many of you see the incredible data that NLIHC puts out every year with us. We released the average report about a month and a half ago that found New Jersey is the 6th most expensive place to rent an apartment in the United States. We're sometimes 4th, we're sometimes 6th. but we're always in the top 10. And it's because it's a high cost living state, and also because rents are out of control. And so what we need is our state and our federal elected officials to make sure that they are making housing and homes more affordable. The way we end homelessness is to make sure everybody has a place to call home. We can do that if we want, but we need our state and elected and federal officials to make it a priority. They have all kinds of priorities. I've been in a few trainings where people have said, you come in talking about housing and somebody else comes in talking about why not housing. Or you come in talking about health care and somebody else comes in talking about why not health care. And I actually watched that happen. Arnold our senior policy coordinator, and I were at a meeting the other day with a friend, very supportive elected official, and as we walked out of his office, there were people literally waiting in the anteroom to come in to try to undo what we had just done. And so unless we have strong voices that support our agenda who are not just us, right? We need people from healthcare, we need people from labor, we need people from the environmental movement, we need early childhood education and K-12 educators and college educators and business leaders to understand that America succeeds and New Jersey succeeds when everybody has a place to call home. And unless we are able to do that, we will keep coming back here, 300, 400, 500 of us every summer, and talking to our supportive elected officials, but we're not going to make the kind of progress we need. And that's why National Low-Income Housing Coalition, our network of 150 community development corporations and private sector employers and supporters, if you're a network member, raise your hand. If you're not a network member, you should be, raise your hand. All right. If you're not a network member, but you're going to be tomorrow, raise your hand. All right. We are proud to be part of Opportunity Starts at Home, which is a national campaign to make sure that all of those voices from all across the country in every sector of society are part of the effort to make sure everyone has an affordable place to call home. And it's really my honor and pleasure to introduce Mike Koprowski, who's the National Director of Opportunity Starts at Home. Mike is here with us today, and we're really thrilled to have him in the campaign he's leading with us. So big round of applause.
New Jersey. Welcome to DC. Welcome. I know you all left early this morning, but you got food in you and you're ready to go. I feel the energy. So it is truly inspiring to see advocates from New Jersey come together and making sure that their voices are heard. My name is Mike Koprowski. I'm the National Campaign Director of Opportunity Starts at Home. This is a new campaign that originated with the National Low-Income Housing Coalition, along with its partners. My boss, Diane Yantel, came and spoke to you all last year, and she couldn't be here today, but she sends her regards. So Opportunity Starts at Home is one of the themes of today's congressional reception. It's a nationwide campaign that we launched earlier this year, and advocates in New Jersey are going to be a really critical part of this movement because you all understand that opportunity in this country starts with a safe, decent, affordable home. That's why you drove all this way to DC. It's why you're here today. And in fact, we're actually, the national campaign is providing some grant funding to the Housing and Community Development Network of New Jersey, which is great. So this campaign, I'll put it simply, it's about making affordable housing a national level priority once and for all. You might remember, you probably would remember, back in 2016, your former governor, Chris Christie, was running for president, and he was asked why housing wasn't being discussed in the presidential campaign. And he said, quote, "It's not the sexiest issue in the world." And this is a common sentiment around Washington, quite frankly, and I don't know what a sexy issue is, but here's what I can tell you, that we are smack in the middle of a full-fledged housing affordability crisis of historic heights. Half of all renters in this country cannot afford their rent, and of course it's hitting the poorest households the hardest. 3/4 of the lowest income renters are paying more than half of their income on rent every month. A paycheck is already too small, half of it goes toward rent, and there's very little left over for all the other necessities that you need in life. Since 1960, renters' incomes have gone up by 5%. Rents have gone up by 61%. This isn't a San Francisco problem or a New York City problem. It's not a matter of just moving somewhere that's cheaper. It is bad pretty much everywhere. If you are a minimum wage worker and you're trying to find a decent one-bedroom rental, and by afford I mean no more than 30% of your income should go toward housing. So by that standard, if you're a minimum wage worker, you have to work 111 hours per week in Virginia. You'd have to work 86 hours per week in Texas, 83 in Georgia, 66 in Idaho. Anybody want to guess what New Jersey's number is? 4. That's right, 107. You have to work 107 hours per week. You're seeing this play out in New York, in Trenton, in Freehold, in Edison. And so people who say, well, you can't afford the rent, you just have to work a little bit harder. Well, this isn't a matter of adding 5 or 10 more hours per week. Okay? This is, you have to add 40, 50, 60 hours per week on top of your full-time schedule. It's not physically possible. We are witnessing a market failure in virtually every corner of this country. Hard work is not allowing people to put a decent roof over their heads. And the other thing is that this is not just a housing problem. It's bigger than that. Having a decent home that you can afford in a good neighborhood determines whether you are going to have opportunity in this country. It determines your chances of achieving the American dream. It's not, you all know this, it's not just about an apartment, it's not just about 4 walls and roof and a door. Housing is life. Housing is life. We know that kids do better in school when their families have access to good affordable housing. We know that people are healthier. Lower child hospitalizations, lower instances of asthma, lower instances of low birth weights. The U.S., get this stat, the U.S. is going to spend $111 billion over the next 10 years in avoidable healthcare costs because people aren't stably housed. That's an unbelievable number. We know that when people can live in homes they can afford in good neighborhoods, their kids are more likely to go to college, climb up the income ladder, which breaks the cycle of generational poverty. We know that affordable homes can promote integrated communities. 50 years after the anniversary of Dr. King, that's how he called on us to live in diverse communities where people from all walks of life can live together. That means less segregation. It means greater racial equity. When rent eats up your paycheck, you can't buy adequate, nutritious food. You go hungry, or you eat cheap, unhealthy food. Lots of politicians talk about growing the economy. Well, we know that investments in affordable housing are a proven catalyst for job creation and growth. We talk a lot about caring for the veterans. This one's important to me. I'm an Afghanistan veteran myself. There are 2 million, close to 2 million, low-income veterans that are struggling to pay the rent, that are heightened risk of homelessness, and yet we know that people that get housing assistance are less likely to fall into homelessness. We talk about the criminal justice system. Formerly incarcerated individuals that find stable housing are less likely to go back to jail than those who don't find stable housing. I see hands going up. That's right. This is what the Opportunity Starts at Home campaign is all about. It's about making the connections between housing, our issue, and life more broadly. We need more educators in this movement. We need more doctors, more anti-hunger advocates, more veterans advocates. The broader the movement, the better our chances in achieving real policy change. And make no mistake, we need big ideas. I mean, let's be honest. The past couple of years, they've been tough. There's been proposals to cut housing pretty significantly. There's been a lot of disparaging remarks about poor people, and it's forced us to be defensive, to make sure that housing cuts don't actually happen, to ensure that we don't lose ground, and that is critically important work. But just like winning a game of football or basketball, you got to play defense, and you got to play offense too. And so this campaign is about big ideas, and you know what? Things are starting to change. We're starting to see big ideas become actual bills. Last week, Senator Kamala Harris introduced one of those big ideas and put it into a bill, renter's tax credit. Homeowners get tax credits, why not renters? And I think more big ideas are going to follow. The campaign has our own big policy ideas that we're going to issue soon. We need bold solutions because today, 1 out of 4 people that qualify for housing assistance will actually get the help that they need. The thing is, there are solutions at the federal level that we already know work. Vouchers to help people cover the rent. National Housing Trust Fund to help us finance more units. We know they work, but what's missing is the political will to expand these solutions. In states like New Jersey, cities, they have an important role to play, no doubt about that. But they can't do it on their own. This issue demands federal action. And so that's why you're here. We're building the political will to make this a national movement. And through this campaign, we're bringing together some of the big players in other sectors, and they're going to help us advocate for affordable housing. The NAACP is on board with this campaign, the nation's oldest and most widely recognized civil rights organization. The National Education Association is on board, the largest teachers union in the U.S. Catholic Charities is on board, the Children's Defense Fund, Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, Children's Health Watch, Food Research and Action Center, the U.S., more and more I could go on. Together we're going to build this movement, and you all are going to be a key part of that movement. So, I'll end with this. When you're talking to your elected representatives today, tell them that opportunity starts
At home.
The American dream, good education, good health, strong economic opportunity, those things cannot be fulfilled if people don't have access to safe, decent, and affordable housing. So folks, let's get to work. I appreciate your time. Thanks a lot.